Scold's bridle from Armagh. Jail in Ireland, early 1900s, a woman sitting with the bridle over her face to stop her from speaking. Glass negative of a baby in an infant riding chair and a pony, circa 1900s. Sophia Loren in Naples, Italy, 1961. Two ladies sharing a kiss at the photo studio, circa early 1900s. Mrs. Butt inserts a record into the dashboard of her car stereo. The music plays through the car stereo's speaker system, 1960. Yuri Gagarin, the first human to journey into outer space, waving to a crowd during a public appearance after his historic flight, 14 April 1961. Two women and a bear. A team of stretcher bearers struggle through deep mud to carry a wounded man to safety near Bosinge on August 1, 1917, during the Third Battle of Ypres, Battle of Pilcombe Ridge. Sinking of U-625 by a Canadian Sunderland. All 53 crew were lost. Winston Churchill notably had these photos displayed in his office. March 10, 1944. 1935, London. A gas-powered flare aids a police officer directing traffic in the London fog. Captured rebels after the two-week siege at the Grand Mosque of Mecca in 1979, in which 600 militants fought to overthrow the Saudi monarchy. Officer McNary with arrested dog, 1930. When the district attorney's dry squad raided a liquor cache, they didn't find any suspect but dog on guard. Officers arrested the dog and tried tracing the dog's owners through license tag. New York, circa 1905, on the beach, Coney Island. Sigourney Weaver, photo by Helmut Newton, 1983. United States President Franklin D. Roosevelt and Pentagon brass reviewing a parade on Army Day, April 6, 1938. Children sit at the base of a pillar of the circular church on Meeting Street in Charleston, South Carolina, around April 1865. The background shows the extensive destruction of buildings in the city caused by federal naval bombardment and fires. Linda Darnell, 1940s. A woman wearing a traditional Filipino dress called the barot saya or traje de mestiza, late 1880s to early 1890s. (1949), the National Urban League Ball, the Savoy Ballroom, Harlem, a highlight in the social calendar of the city's black upper class. A peasant woman treats Soviet intelligence officers to milk, 1943. African scarification in the early 1940s. UAACs in France find German helmets useful substitutes for market bags. 2 members of the Women's Army Auxiliary Corps, France, during World War I. The Eiffel Tower during a snowfall, 1928. Dutch demonstrators in 1982 protesting against the closure of Slotervaart Hospital. The hospital remained open until going bankrupt in 2018. Roger Moore relaxing on set during the making of Live and Let Die in 1973. Marilyn Monroe at Michael's Cheesecake Bakery, 1952. A party in the 1970s. Monica Bellucci, 1990s. Jackie Collins poses at home with her records, 16th of July, 1956. Anti-war demonstrators at the Justice Department, United States, 1971. Elizabeth Taylor in 1963 with blonde wig. One of only known image of the Confederate prison camp at Andersonville, Georgia on August 17, 1864, just 6 months after it opened. It was already severely overcrowded, with insufficient water and limited sanitary facilities. Activities aboard USS Monterey, CVL-26. Navy pilots in the forward elevator while playing basketball, June 1944. (1893) Steam electricity power plant in Minneapolis. Sam, a cheeky 7-pound rhesus monkey, prepares for his flight into space. Sam rode a Project Mercury-type capsule and traveled 55 miles high and 200 miles out into the Atlantic. December 4th, 1959. Italian soldiers in East Africa flirting with women from the Tigray region, 1938. Vietnam veterans recreate their photograph from over 50 years ago. In 2002, a crowd of several thousand football fans caused a real pogrom in the center of Moscow after the Russian team lost to the Japanese team in the World Cup. Countess di Castiglione, 1861 to 1867. Residents of Chenstokhova greet Soviet soldiers riding in a GMCCCWK 352 truck, 1945. An elongated head was an ideal of beauty among the Mangbetu people in the 1930s. Italian young man photographed, 1899. Behind-the-scenes photo from the making of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. 2. The Secret of the Ooze. (1887) Sod House in the Nebraska Plains. USS Midway departs Yokosuka, Japan for the final time, August 1991. German First World War veteran Hans Lange with a portrait of himself as a 19-year-old in 1918. Photograph taken in 1998. A British paratrooper chases a protester during clashes in Londonderry, January 30th, 1972. Flying Boat Over Sea by Alfred G. Buckham around 1930. President Reagan and members of his staff, including Vice President and future President Bush, Presidential Counselor Ed Meese, and Assistant James Brady, laughing and drinking champagne with CBS anchor Walter Cronkite, 1981. Otabenga, a Congolese Mbuti pygmy, exhibited in the monkey cage at the Bronx Zoo. He was forced to smile and show his sharpened teeth to thousands of visitors, 1906. The original Red Hot Chili Peppers lineup pictured in 1986 drummer Jack Irons, guitarist Hillel Slovak, bassist Flea, and vocalist Anthony Kiedis. Grozny, Chechnya, in 1999. The United Nations called it the most destroyed city on Earth. Red Army soldiers inspect an overturned German PZ KPFW-38T tank near Moscow, 1941. Miss Peru Gladys Zender, winner of the 1957 Miss Universe contest. Soviet submarine K-314, after a collision with the aircraft carrier United States ship Kitty Hawk, CV-63, March 21, 1984, Sea of Japan. From the 1997 Titanic movie set. Radio hat, United States, 1931. A partisan detachment commander awards the Medal for Courage to 14-year-old Pyotr Ustinovich Gurko, Pskov Novgorod Partisan Zone, July 30th, 1942. Senator Pat Harrison plays umpire at a boys' baseball game in the summer of 1921 Mississippi. (1985) Rudy Giuliani goes after organized crime in New York City. A photograph confiscated from SS Gruppenführer Hans Bauer, Hitler's personal pilot during his arrest by Smersh officers. The photograph was captioned, "After a flight during the election campaign, September 2nd, 1932. French soldier poses next to a large German aerial bomb from World War I. American servicemen and women celebrate New Year's in New York City, 1942. Japanese soldiers in Burma examine a Buddha statue. 1942. Ed McMahon, United States Marine combat pilot, 1944. (1927). Searching a truck during Prohibition. The first rocket launch from Cape Canaveral on July 24, 1950. The Bumper 8 rocket ascends and will soon travel 320 kilometers before splashing down in the Atlantic Ocean. The Bumper 7 launch had been previously postponed and took place on July 29th. Demonstrator prepares to belt California highway patrolman with her umbrella during Berkeley student protest. 1969. A Polish resistance fighter checks her hair after a German air raid during the Warsaw Uprising, September 1944. Fidel Castro and Alicia Alonso are the godparents in the wedding of the Spanish dancers Gads and Pepa Flores, an actress that became famous as the child from fascist propaganda films in the 50s, but ran away and became communist in the 70s. 1982. Partisans during the Greek Civil War. Japanese-American families wait at Santa Anita Reception Center, Los Angeles, California, April of 1942. San Francisco earthquake and fire, April 18, 1906, ruins along Geary Street. A couple posing on a rooftop in protective suits and hoods while holding an emergency life pack for 8 days, a civil defense survival kit designed for nuclear fallout scenarios. Hitler and Chamberlain, 1938. Punks in East Berlin, 1985. Ian Turner, member of the Industrial Workers of the World, at a rally in Union Square, New York City, April 11, 1914. During the fall of the Berlin Wall, a cellist gives an impromptu performance. Mstislav Rostropovich played for people at Checkpoint C between East and West Berlin, 1989. Phil Collins in 1988. The Disneyland Mermaids in the Submarine Voyage attraction, 1960s. Members of a German police unit on a street in the Warsaw Ghetto, presumably during a raid. (1931) Joan Crawford at a New Year's Eve party with her husband, Douglas Fairbanks Jr., and William Haynes. The sinking French trawler Jean Gougy, 1962. Jane Russell promo shot for The Outlaw, 1943. The tallest 8 foot 11 inches and the smallest person 2 foot 4 inches, 1937. Backyard concert in the Schliemannstrasse with the band Rosa Extra, Berlin, 1982. Crowded beach of Atlantic City, photographed in 1908 in New Jersey. The New York Highlanders, later Yankees, 1903. Beja tribe, Sudan, early 20th century. Hedy Lamarr, the woman who was dubbed the most beautiful woman in the world, 1930. Alligator riding, 1930s. Major General Jeffrey Keyes, General Sir Bernard Montgomery, and Lieutenant General George S. Patton studying a map of Sicily at the Royal Palace in Palermo, 3 September 1943, whilst planning the Allied invasion. The original Michelin Man from 1894. Residents of liberated Dijon greet French General de Lattre de Tassigny, 1944. Admiral Rickover had very unorthodox interviewing techniques. One of them involved the use of a special interview chair to put candidates off guard. The chair had the 2 front legs sawed off 6 inches short. 1950s. Mickey Mouse gas mask, meant to put children at ease. In an emergency situation, 1942. The national finals of the Model Powerboat Association races were held at Crooks Valley Park, Sheffield, on September 5, 1976. Department store, wax mannequins melting during a heat wave in 1929. The Track Drive-In, Los Angeles, California, 1949. Driver's orders were delivered on an electrically controlled conveyor belt. Woman standing next to redwood tree, 1950s. Redwood tree is one of the tallest and oldest tree species on Earth, native mainly to California and parts of Oregon. Aboard the USS Oregon BB-3, Waiting for the Gong on 8 by 10-inch dry plate glass, negative by Edward H. Hart, 1897. Kamikaze attacks on HMS Formidable Okinawa in 1945. Used car lot, early 1930s. In 1920, you could still fly an airplane off the top of LA buildings. "16-year-old Canadian Aloha Vandervelde became the first woman to circumnavigate the globe. Aloha at the Egyptian pyramids in the early 1920s. A bar-top performance by waitress Gloria Allen aims at relaxing the inhibitions of patrons at Disc Au Go Go in 1965 New York. (1923) New homeowner Arthur Grill purchased $100 million worth of German marks for confetti on New Year's Eve, New York City, December 31st. First Lady Eleanor Roosevelt sharing traditional Maori greeting hongi with tribal leader Rangitiari Adenin while visiting United States forces during World War II, Wakarewarewa, New Zealand, 1943. Jewish settlers from the Golan Heights and the Gaza Strip demonstrate against Israeli withdrawal from the Golan Heights following Yitzhak Rabin's government announcement it was ready to discuss a potential pullout with Damascus, 1992. Billy McCrary and Benny McCrary, the heaviest twins in the world. Their weights were 336 kilograms and 327 kilograms. 1978. White Guard Armored Train, 1919. Crowds celebrate the surrender of Germany on VE Day in Times Square, New York City, 1945. Lucille Ball and Desi Arnaz and the Long, Long Trailer, 1953. Adam Graves, far left, and Captain Mark Messier, wearing sunglasses, with Ranger teammates during a ticker tape parade in honor of their Stanley Cup win on June 17, 1994. Brian Leach holds the cup. Stan Lee, head of Marvel Comics, shown in his offices at 575 Madison Avenue, New York City, 1980. The Colossi of Memnon, stone statues of Pharaoh Amenhotep III, Egypt, 1910. Young Ava Gardner in 1942, just as she was beginning her Hollywood career. Austrian Jewish-born Colonel Ernst Frey, one of the highest-ranking foreign officers of the Vietnamese Army, 1946. Amid the wreckage at the Pentagon after the 9/11 attacks, one symbol stood unscathed, the Marine Corps flag, hanging steady in a devastated office. Punks in Belfast, early 1980s. 1878. Buffalo Hide Yard in Dodge City, Kansas. Yvonne DiCarlo promo still for Salome where she danced, 1945. The car crashed into a pole. Kicks the Iron Sioux, early 1900s.